Yes, sir. Affirmative.
New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
Reporting.
Building.
Agreed.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders
Training.
at once.
Unit ready.
Reporting at once. Agreed.
Training. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Agreed.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged. At once.
Unit
Agreed.
ready. Training.
Reporting.
Unit
Agreed.
ready.
Agreed.
Training.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
At once. Waiting orders.
Construction complete.
Very well.
Training. Unit ready. Training. New construction options. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Very well.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
at
ready.
once.
Building.
Very well.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Of course. Yes, sir.
Unit
Very well.
lost. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Very well. Yes, sir. Report agreed. Agreed.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting at once. Waiting orders. Of course.
Unit lost. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Comrade. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed.
Construction complete. New construction options. Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle
Unit
acknowledged.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. At once.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
At once. At
Building.
once. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir. At
lost.
once. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. Of course. Very well. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged, sir. Acknowledged.
Training.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Construction
yes, sir.
complete.
Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building. On hold.
Vehicle affirmative.
Cancel.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Building. Our base is under
Acknowledged.
attack.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Engineering. Affirmative.
New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Repairing. Construction
Awaiting or
complete.
acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Engineering. Affirmative. Report acknowledged.
Repairing.
Awaiting acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here. Our base
Yes,
is
sir.
under attack.
Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Construction complete. Spy plane ready. New construction options. Building. Building. Construction complete.
Comrade.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. At once. Reporting. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
New
Affirmative.
construction options. Repairing. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Insufficient funds. Repairing. Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Reporting.
Insufficient funds. Spy plane ready. Repairing. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Our base is
Acknowledged.
under attack. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Agreed.
Unit ready.
At once.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
At once. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
At once. Yes, sir. Very well. Ready and waiting. Agreed. Reporting. Agreed. Very
Unit
well.
lost. A-bomb prepping. New construction options.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete. Insufficient funds. Building. Unit lost. Spy plane ready. Select target. Unit lost. Unit
Report
ready.
acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Primary building selected. Building. Structure sold.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well. Awaiting orders.
Insufficient
Reporting.
funds.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle reportive. Acknowledged.
Spy plane
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Select target.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target.
Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting, yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Yes, affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing. Repairing. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Spy
Affirmative.
plane.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds. A-bomb ready. Preparing. Unit ready. Building. Unit repaired. Reinforcements
Agreed. Reporting. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Unit ready.
At once.
Building.
Agreed. Very well. Of course.
Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Spy plane.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir.
Building. Unit lost.
Awaiting acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Select target.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Select target. A-bomb prepping. A-bomb launch detected. Spy plane ready. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Very well. At once. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Of course. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Of course. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Unit ready. Building. Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Building.
At once. Agreed.
Waiting
Reporting.
order.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Report. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Spy plane ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Select target. Unit ready. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting.
Yes,
Acknowledged.
sir.
Unit
At
lost.
once.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Very well. Very well.
Unit lost.
Agreed. Yes, sir. Awaiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. New construction
Comrade, affirmative.
options.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes,
Insufficient
sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Report acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
A-bomb ready.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Comrade.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
What's up? Let's rock! Let's rock!
Unit ready. Building. A-bomb launch detected.
Report
A-bomb
affirmative.
prepping.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Report acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements
Affirmative.
have arrived.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
lost. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Report affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting
Unit
orders.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Report affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Reporting.
Acknowledge.
Lost. Spy plane
Vehicle
ready.
reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. Training.
Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade, reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.